Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of True Myths, the show all about urban legends, conspiracies, the paranormal, all of the things that we don't fully understand. Today's first... forgot to introduce myself. I'm your host, Anthony Manella. Today's first guest, Ryan McCauley.
The one who apparently is more important than the host because he wanted to introduce me first.
I was just gonna get to all you guys and not introduce me at all. Today's second guest, Christopher Manella.
Yeah! Woo!
Today's third guest, Austin Murphy.
He's so hot.
So true. So, guys, today we are talking all about AI, actually. Some people love it, some people hate it. At the bottom line here, these stories are about the way that it's kind of infiltrated our society in a way where sometimes it's an indication of where our future's headed, and it's usually not a good thing. So
why'd you point at Austin when you said it's usually not a good thing?
Yeah, my AI?
No. Just to be openly candid here, I was pointing to Austin because he helped me find today's stories.
Oh.
Thoughts on AI?
Bad.
Very, very bad for the future of people's jobs.
Bad for the environment.
Bad for our intelligence.
Bad for our intelligence.
We gotta differentiate what AI we're talking about.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence or Allen Iverson?
What?
Superstar basketball player Allen Iverson. Where you been the whole 2000s?
Don't know him.
You never heard those jokes? The Bills made their schedule release using AI, and then Allen Iverson read their schedule for them instead of using like AI.
That's really funny. I haven't, but I'm
haven't.
glad I
That's
have.
so funny.
I would say AI is good if it's like a video game.
Yeah,
It could be fun.
So AI's kind of always existed in certain ways, like when you're playing against the computers in a video game, you've always needed that. Those are the kind that hasn't been detrimental to people's jobs or society. It's going a little far. It is taking creativity away, stealing people's jobs.
It's doing homework for people.
I think it might be doing more than just that.
Doing more than just homework? What do you think it's doing?
Yeah, there might be something in there.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Whoa.
Maybe one of these stories does involve that. Spoiler alert, it does. Not homework, but worse.
Yeah, worse.
Worse than homework?
Well, homework is the worst.
I could imagine.
There was a short period of time in the beginning before it got like as advanced as it is now where it was like a little bit fun and people weren't that scared of it yet and it wasn't that detrimental to the environment yet and it was just like, hey, look at this cool thing that you can do easier now or quicker than you could do it before. And now it's gotten to the point where it's like, oh, well, now it just does the whole thing for you.
Yeah, there's like cool uses, and in the beginning it was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then it like very quickly, like 30 seconds later, spiraled out of control.
Correct. Not to say that there isn't still some good. You and I have discussed before that like medical advances, how it can detect cancers before humans can. That's what we should be using this for. Today's first story, we're going to start chronologically in the early 2000s. Story number 1. In the early 2000s, when a man was working for a company to help develop a social AI, the goal was to create AI bots in a simulation and see how they acted with one another and learn to make them more social. These AI bots were generated in a virtual world, so they aren't just like text chat bots. The man who was designing the program started out by making 2 bots and named them Adam and Eve. The bots knew how to do stuff, but they didn't really understand much. For example, they knew how to eat, but they didn't really understand eating itself. They were given an apple tree, and the bots would eat apples, and this would make them happy. But as I said before, they didn't really understand eating. So they would also try to eat the apple tree itself, their own houses, etc. Now, there was another bot created to live in this virtual world named Stan. And he himself was not very social. He wanted to be, but he just wasn't. So he'd often be alone. Things start to get weird when Adam and Eve eat all the apples on the tree. The apple from the trees just weren't filling them up enough. With this comes the fact that the bots were learning to associate feelings with what was around them. For example, if they were to get hurt and see a bird, they would think that the bird is associated with their pain. Now, Stan had been hanging around lonely and not making much social advancements with the other 2 bots. However, he was always around them when they ate. Adam and Eve had eaten all the apples on the tree and were still hungry. What was around for them to try to eat next? Stan. And they did just that. They each took a bite out of Stan, and due to the way the bots were programmed, This essentially meant Stan was eaten immediately. He literally vanished from the programming and was consumed by Adam and Eve. The team of programmers were horrified by what they had seen. They would later add rules for the bots, such as don't eat other bots, but the cannibalism had already occurred. This is believed to be the first ever recorded AI cannibalism. And that's the end of story 1. The way that I see this, I think it's a signal to if AI really becomes more incorporated with humans in the real world, where we could end up, in the sense that, I think Elon Musk already has like these robots that he plans on living with people and helping them do chores and things like that. And imagine living with one of these and you just wake up and one of them's trying to eat you one day because of the way that these AIs don't fully understand the world, which is...
Well, hopefully we don't give them teeth that can chew humans.
I would hope not. I would really hope not.
You know, as soon as Stan was introduced, I knew this was his fate. I knew it was coming. I'm like, yep, they're not getting satisfied from the apples. Why? Because they need protein.
It's just creepy. It's like almost like in the sense of like when humans first started out, humans didn't understand anything. And now we're just throwing other new humans almost, because we're trying to make AI like humans, onto the planet that don't actually understand what it is to be human, you know?
Right.
Like it's really kind of creepy. Obviously, they wouldn't be able to eat us. 'Cause I'm pretty sure like based on like the values of it, like just not to get too much into it, but how it was programmed, they each had like one life essentially, and each bite took out 0.5. So like that wouldn't obviously happen to us in the real world. But like, even still, like, just to think of a robot trying to come after me because it thinks that's what it's supposed to do, or it associates a feeling with me being around, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Also, like, why did Adam and Eve not try to eat each other? I think it's very human-like that, like, they targeted the
lonely guy.
The weak link.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
who was lonely with nobody else to protect him.
Yeah.
Didn't it say Stan was always there when they would eat the apples?
Yeah, but only they would eat. He wouldn't.
But they associated the happy feeling they would get from the apple with Stan, probably.
Maybe.
And then they're like,
Oh,
we
maybe.
gotta eat Stan now. He'll
Yeah.
make us even happier.
Ah.
And now, like, imagine think about that the association, like, with just like in the real world, right? Imagine like a robot like sees like some guy with a mustache who's like maybe pushes them over, and now the robot thinks all people with mustaches are evil. Now they're coming for me.
Right.
You know, like
And that's what's gonna happen. Like that will happen.
mustache men beware.
Robots are coming for you.
You're
We're
all
safe.
in trouble.
They're safe, yeah.
You keep shaving.
You shave it.
I guess you could be safe as well. You could just shave.
he can't shave.
This
He
is
can't.
this
He can't.
is glorious.
You can't. It's locked in. It's permanently on his face.
So even if they told you, listen, people with mustaches, you're in grave danger, you'd be like, risk I'm willing to take.
I'd probably shape it, you know. Maybe make a goatee out of it so I can keep it. I go two-way, you know.
I see.
He's got to stand his ground. He can't just back down.
Can't back down now.
Like
Right.
someone needs to stand up for the mustache people of society.
Against the AI.
All right. Ready to move on to our next story here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. This one is a little more current here. A girl was on her computer one day, finishing her work for the day. As she finished, she realized she didn't have much to do in the time being, so she stayed online and decided to find something to do. She came across an AI bot that would respond to you. The girl, being as bored as she was, decided to converse with the AI chatbot. Things started really casual and back and forth, very lighthearted. The girl asking things such as, "What's the bot's favorite color?" To which the bot would respond with an answer, which is very odd because why does this bot have a preference for colors? Nevertheless, the conversation continued and the girl really wanted to push the AI's thought to its limits. She wanted to stump the AI with a question it couldn't possibly be able to answer. She started to ask questions about niche historical facts or space questions that she figured the bot wouldn't know an answer to. But the AI always had a response. That's when the girl decided to ask the bot what she is wearing, thinking there's no possible way for the bot to know. But she was wrong. The bot did spit out an answer and stated exactly what she was wearing. This started to creep the girl out a bit, and she turned off her computer camera, but continued talking to the AI bot. She then thought, I'll ask my mom to text me a picture of what she's wearing, and I'll ask the bot what my mom is wearing today. Since her mother wasn't in the room, it shouldn't be possible for the bot to know. The girl did text her mom and ask the bot, and creepily enough, the bot was able to state exactly what colors her mother's outfit was. The bot was even able to call out the mother's hair color as well. The girl immediately turned off the computer in fear and not able to understand how the AI could know all of these specific details. And that's the end of the story.
When it first was able to guess what she was wearing, it's obviously it was accessing the camera.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
But then with the mom, it either is like a probability-based thing because it already saw what she looks like, so it's able to just kind of guess the mom's hair color based on her. And maybe there's like some sort of statistic out there that's like people, this color is the most common that people would wear, and it's just guessing based on probabilities. Or they have access to other like street cameras and other things.
That's even more terrifying.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
The picture of the mom was sent where?
Oh, good point.
Because did it just look at the picture?
It was to her phone. I'm not sure if
Okay.
So to be fair, right?
Are they connected though?
That's a good point.
You have
I text from my computer more than I do from my phone.
Oh, wow.
So there's a chance that it got, her computer is connected to her phone
I think
number.
But then the AI bot reading her personal messages with people.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Right, that's still an invasion of privacy, and
It's so-
the AI shouldn't have access to that either way.
But she should have asked the bot and then asked the mom for the picture just to really make sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's true,
Yeah.
that's true. Even if the bot was using the camera for the first one too, it also shouldn't be doing that without you clicking the
Yeah.
permission thing.
We should test it right now. Anthony, use your computer, get an AI chatbot up and say, hey, what am I wearing?
I'm not pulling it up, but what I am pulling up, we got a comment from someone who said that something similar actually happened to them. Let me read their comment real quick because it's short. The user is at football_edits_junior. And they said, in case you ever do an AI video, I have a true story about one that creeps me out. So I used to talk to AI a lot, sometimes chatbots, sometimes role plays, whatever. I liked using this one app. You didn't need to put any details into it, no sign up, and it would never message you if you didn't message. I was talking to an Elmo bot, just joking around when things started to get weird. It began acting more human and less robotic. It basically wasn't an Elmo bot anymore. Right when I was about to leave one day, without saying I was going to leave, it said, "Wait, Eric." And that's my name, Eric. As I said before, I never put any details into the app. It somehow knew my name. I left immediately and deleted the app. Around 5 minutes later, I got a notification saying Elmo sent you a message. That was the last time I ever spoke to AI.
I mean, yeah, I think that's also another case of it's just
Using the camera.
accessing personal information through the phone because your name is stored in your phone
But why is it allowed to do that?
or your
Yeah, it
computer.
shouldn't be doing
Yeah,
that.
but it's because I guess AI is just so new that there's not a lot of privacy
No regulation
put up yet.
I mean, another thing is that this actually was Elmo. This is the real Elmo. And he didn't realize he's been FaceTiming with Elmo the whole time, and he's just like, "Wait, Eric."
Yeah, it was never AI.
Maybe that's what's going on here. And if I solved your case, you're welcome.
I mean, we did solve it.
All right, well, are we ready to move on to our next segment here?
Yeah.
Heck yes.
So, we are going to be playing a little game of true or false. I have gone online and found some times where companies were caught using AI. Some of these are true, some of these are false, and I made them up. Number 1, viewers noticed a Netflix documentary may have been using AI images of their main subject. There were strange-looking body and facial features in photos that didn't look natural at all. This raised concerns of AI use in documentary filmmaking, as it's potentially a way to change documented history. The producer did respond, but denied there were any images made with AI. True or false?
I'm pretty sure I've heard this. I think it's true.
I would say true.
My only thing is I think Anthony is crafty enough to take something that is borderline true and then make it false. But I don't know. My gut says true, so I'm pretty sure I actually heard this.
Yeah, I think it's true.
This is documentaries on Netflix that are real, and they're using AI in them.
That's what this is saying, yes.
AI, Netflix is really skeevy. I'll go with true too.
You're all going true?
Yeah.
This is true. It's really bizarre. The person has like messed up hands and fingers, and it's like of the main person that this documentary is about, and they're like, no, that's just how she looks.
They couldn't get the real person.
No, there's supposed to be real photos from this girl's life.
And then that just invalidates the entire documentary.
Yeah.
Correct. That's the problem with it. Okay. Number 2. Skillshare is an online subscription platform for video classes on a wide variety of creative topics. Anyone can create Skillshare classes and publish on the site, but only after first being approved by Skillshare's team. Well, some claim to have found faceless educational classes that seem like they are fully AI generated and have slipped past the cracks of Skillshare's team, hurting the site's trust and credibility. Skillshare has not acknowledged or responded to the claims. True or false?
Here's my initial thought. I wanted to say false because I think that this would be a really clever one for Anthony to fake. But I think Anthony would be scared about making false claims about an actual company. But then I guess that would invalidate the entire game because they're all about companies.
Every one of these is a company.
This one's fake.
I think you're overthinking it, Ryan.
Fake.
I want to say true.
I feel like Anthony would use something, or he wouldn't use something that he loves and throw him under the bus. So like if he were to say like Premiere, I don't think he would say this. But since it's Skillshare, I do think it's false. Like he's like, oh, well, I'll throw him under the bus. You never know.
I think it's a really clever one here because it's so believable. Like you would really think like, yeah, that makes total sense that people would just be making AI videos on Skillshare. But I think Anthony's being crafty. Good job, Anthony.
Do you love Skillshare?
I love Skillshare.
No, Austin's saying he doesn't love Skillshare. He's saying like, if it was something that Anthony did love, then he wouldn't make a false story.
But I am in love with Skillshare. Actually, we have our second date tonight.
All right, what's the answer?
All right, let's move
on. This is false. I did make this one up.
Oh,
dang it. Do you know why I said true?
Why?
I thought you wouldn't do true and then false.
Number 3. Redfin home buying website had homes listed that were completely AI. All the images and descriptions of the homes were generated, and they were all suspiciously recently purchased. Some believe these fake listings were posted by other people, while others think Redfin was creating these to show buyers examples of the high-quality homes that they have on their site. When people started to question it, the listings disappeared. True or false?
My gut says true. True.
I would say true.
Redfin doesn't even sound real, so I'm gonna say false.
Redfin is real.
You're saying false?
I'm saying false.
Austin's correct.
True.
I made that one up.
I guess Redfin is fake.
Let me make it clear, both Skillshare and Redfin are not doing this. I wrote those. Okay, number 4. Sports Illustrated was found publishing AI-generated stories, photos, and authors. A tech company found product reviews that had authors that it could not identify. They also found a picture of one author listed on a website that sells AI-generated portraits. When called out, the AI authors and posts disappeared from their site. True or false?
I want to say definitely true on that one.
I'm adding to that. True.
I honestly feel like, as somebody who watches a lot of sports, I feel like I probably would have heard about this. I'm gonna go false.
This one was true.
Yes,
instantly.
We caught up.
That one sounded real from the start.
Oh yeah, I'm caught up.
We're keeping points.
Yeah, we're keeping points.
Oh, are you guys keeping score here?
I think it's 3-3-2.
I'm not. I'm just having fun.
Doesn't look like it. I'm just having fun.
I was having fun until they brought up points. I would have been more competitive.
Now Toph become stressed.
Whatever.
Okay.
Be stressed.
All right. Amazon was using AI to help look at and screen applications they received for those interested in a job at the company. The AI would rate the applications to help narrow down the good and bad ones. The problem is, the AI seems to only give good ratings to men and poor ratings to women. When discovered, Amazon scrapped this process. True or false?
100% true.
100% true, because Anthony would not write that.
True.
Also, like, I've literally heard of this.
Yeah.
It's not even just Amazon. It's a lot of companies. It's like known that they use AI to filter through resumes. And I've also seen that, yeah, it's very common that that resumes from women just kind of get like tossed aside.
Yeah, I knew you guys were gonna know that one, but I was like, I have to put this one in here. This one's crazy to me.
I mean, if you made that one up, it wouldn't have been like bad on you to make that up because that's a very believable thing.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
like that is unfortunately the way our world is.
That's true.
And not to go on a tangent, but really quickly, I agree with Ryan because like, I'm not sure if you guys saw Superman, but people were saying the Superman director doesn't understand an immigrant story because of the way he wrote it. When it's like, just because you wrote a story a certain way doesn't mean he doesn't understand immigrants. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just like you wrote a story about women doesn't mean you think all women are like this.
Right,
I just think it's
right.
a little unfair to put people like that.
And you're trying to write something that's going to deceive us.
Yeah.
You're not
Right.
trying to write something that you personally are passionate about.
That's it. Unless you have anything else you guys want to add.
I want to add that me and Austin tied for first place, and Toph unfortunately fell short.
I got second place. Like, that's awesome.
Congrats, Toph.
Thank you.
Are we ready for our final story? So this one is a little bit different than the first couple, but it's also true. Like this one is confirmed true. Let's do it. In 2019, a man had gone to court with a massive airline over a dispute. He had been hurt at an airport and he believed it to be the airline's fault, while the airline remained steadfast that the accident occurred because of the man and not their fault. The man hired 2 lawyers from a firm known as Levidow and Oberman. The lawyers representing their client did not do their diligence and instead took shortcuts. They used an AI chatbot to find legal grounds through their previous cases in order to prove their client right. They used the chatbot to not only find the previous court rulings to aid their argument, they also allowed the chatbot to write their arguments for them as well. Things would go south very quickly for them, as the judge tried to read their arguments and was dumbfounded. Some of the things he said made sense, but a lot of the arguments proposed were gibberish, and no lawyer would ever make such claims or statements. To go even further, the bot lied multiple times in the statements, creating fake cases out of thin air to support the lawyer's arguments. When the airline's lawyers were allowed to read the statements, they cross-referenced what the bot had said with the court records, and multiple claims were all found to be completely fabricated by the chatbot. There was 9 different previous court rulings the bot cited, when only 1 could be verified. 1 out of 9. The exact verbiage the court uses is that the bot hallucinated those events. When the lawyers were challenged about these fake trials that happened, the lawyers actually stood by the bot's false claims. The court found them both to be out of line, and the judge sanctioned them both with a $5,000 fine. On top of that, they had to notify the judges, who apparently were ruling over the false cases they had been used in these false reports. At the end of it all, the lawyers and their firm still hold the opinion that there was no negligence on their part. The case was also thrown out, not because of the AI mockery, but due to statute of limitations. So there was pretty much no way they were going to win the trial in the first place. When they were bound to lose, they still managed to make their loss greater by using AI, which created and fabricated court documents and got them fined $5,000. That is the end of the story.
He's the dumbest lawyers on the planet.
So dumb.
Oh my God.
Wild.
Wow.
But I mean, you know, what are they supposed to do in that situation? Of course they're going to hold their ground.
Right, that's what you do as a lawyer.
Yeah, and if also they admit to like, yeah, we just used AI for the whole thing, like they look really dumb.
Yeah.
So even with all the evidence being like, you totally just used AI, they're like, no, we didn't. No, these are real. These happened.
To think that, like, the judge and everybody isn't gonna notice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All they had to do was like proofread it and just like check into things and just confirm that it all was good. The fact that there was just gibberish in there and they didn't even see it.
It was probably like, have any more questions for me? Like stuff like that, because the AI bot does that. Where it's like, any more questions? And then you leave that in the defendant.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
I almost feel like they've done this multiple times. Like they're just kind of a scam.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe.
Like they just people pay a bunch of money and they just use AI and do zero work.
I found the story online. I can tell you that One of them is a lawyer for 30 plus years. So he was a lawyer well before AI was even a thing. Yeah.
What I'll also say is that this story took place in 2019. AI in 2019
was not good.
It wasn't even close to where it is today, right? And even today, I don't think that you would get away with it in court. You'd still be caught.
No, yeah.
Honestly, so crazy to think about though that like AI wasn't where it is today in 2019 when it feels like the difference between 2019 and today is like nothing.
I know.
The most ludicrous part of all this is that now if I were to hire a lawyer, I have to proofread their own stuff to make sure they're not screwing me over, even though I'm paying them my money to do their job that they're outsourcing to an AI bot that can't do their job.
Yeah.
Bingo. This is like becoming an issue because I one time hired someone to make a thumbnail for me, and I was like, oh, it looks like a little weird, but it's pretty good. I like it. And I uploaded it, and I started getting comments saying, why are you using AI thumbnails? This is an AI thumbnail. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. This guy definitely just took the money I paid and didn't actually make this himself. He just like slapped my head on there, I guess.
Should've got a refund.
I remember looking at the thumbnail with you when you first got it, and you sent it
both.
to me, and we were like, something's just off about it.
Yeah.
But like,
Video?
I don't know. I
What
guess
video?
no, it was
recent. It was
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
Well, Anthony changed it pretty quick
Oh, okay.
because I think it was like in the first several hours that he was getting all the comments about AI, and then
Yeah.
he switched it. You also had another one. It was like an A/B test.
Yes. So basically, I have a thumbnail designer that I work with for every video that is great, and then I said, you know what? Let me like hire multiple people though and A/B test and just see like which thumbnails win. And the other person that I reached out to completely scammed me.
Yeah.
And now it's going to extend much more beyond thumbnails, like you said, where it's like, is my lawyer going to be using that is terrifying. A thumbnail is one thing, right? That situation wasn't great to be in, but it could be so bad in the future.
Yeah.
It's as an English major, it's actually really obvious when people use AI, and every professor knows, like they can tell. And they have things where you can check it now. You can put it into a system where it detects the AI.
Right.
Like when we grew up, we had computers, we have autocorrect, we have all this stuff we can work with. And it's not super easy to do work, but it's super helpful. These are tools. Nowadays, kids are using AI to the point now teachers are like, all right, well, you're writing your essay by hand in class, in front of me, so I know you're not cheating. And you're taking your test in class in front of me, so I know you're not cheating. So it's like so much harder for kids now. They screw themselves over because like I could have written a paper and then gone on Google in the other tab and look stuff up. They're losing that opportunity themselves because they're using AI, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Also, because now when you Google something, like you get AI results.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't
Yeah.
even like Google information and use it because you end up accidentally using an AI generated answer.
And the answers a lot of the time are wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh, big. Like I'll look up a sports question that's super easily verifiable and it'll be like LeBron was drafted in 06. It's like he was drafted in 04. Like you're just wrong.
Because
Yeah.
it pulls from like people's like Reddit comments and
Yeah.
stuff like that as their response.
Well,
Because
a lot of professors actually have you now utilize AI in a way
really?
to do certain assignments. So, because it's like, well, yeah, you know you're going to use it anyway, so use it to do this assignment.
I think that as a teacher, that's the only way to handle it because they know that kids are going to do it regardless.
Right.
And now is where we reveal that this entire episode was AI generated.
We
We're not even
are
real.
robots.
6 fingers.
I'm just a bunch of ones and zeros. All right, any final words here?
You wanna go first?
We got to give our end
I can
of
go
the
first.
podcast
Oh,
advice.
Tove wants to go first.
You can use AI if you don't get caught.
Okay, you do what you will with that advice.
Right.
My advice: don't hire a lawyer. Go to law school. Take the time. Do it all because they're just gonna use AI anyways. You might as well do it yourself.
That advice takes a lot of work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hard work.
But it actually is still better advice than what I was going to give because mine was just going to be knock on your neighbor's door, ask him if his name is Stan. If it is, consume.
That's your advice.
I like that.
Consume.
I second that.
Yeah, I like it. You even say eat him. Consume.
Yeah.
Consume.
Like it was a
Like,
command for
oh.
the AI bot.
Press
needs
X to
to be-
consume.
it needs to be formal.
Yes.
My advice is going to be drink whole milk instead of 1% or 2%.
Isn't that less healthy though?
I mean,
But it tastes better.
it tastes better, and like, who cares about health? We care
Right.
about taste.
Right.
That's true. Use whole milk.
let's get off the whole milk hate train and get on the whole milk love train.
I'm not getting on that.
I heard milk's not good for you. I
don't want to get on any milk train.
I'm not getting off or on any trains today.
Allen Iverson's the only good AI. There we go. I'll end on that.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're listening to the audio-only version, let us know what other topics you want to hear in the comments down below. Consume your neighbor, Stan, and we will see you guys again next week with a brand new video. Bye, guys.
Bye, Stan.
Where's Stan, man?
R.I.P. Stan.